This is the rest of that 50 acres I was just showing you. Now I was just down in there and I almost got my smart aleck little butt stuck in the sand. Thank goodness I got out. There's a little road right here. Looks like they've been doing a ton of digging, big old sand pit. Like maybe they were harvesting frac sand, so feels pretty sandy around here. It feels like we could probably harvest quite a bit of sand. But if you can see way over to the front, you can see that structure. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. There's what looks like an old barn. That's part of the 50 acres. That's actually up closer to the 20 RV spots that are up in the front. But all down in here is, this seems like a sand pit. And it seems like over there is an even bigger sand pit, but I couldn't really get to it. I was just a little bit worried about getting stuck, and I didn't have four-wheel drive, so I didn't want to be down in there stuck. Plus I'm out here by myself, so I didn't want to be stuck by myself. If you're gonna get stuck, it's good to have a partner. All right, so I'm just gonna take you with me and I'm gonna drive around a little bit. And it's not like I'm gonna wreck into anybody. I'm out here on some dirt roads, so don't get mad at me for driving and filming at the same time. I'll walk over here first and let you see where I just was. And if you look at it's just real sandy. It's real loamy, sandy type ground here. But down in there, and this is the very back part of the 50 acres. And let's go see what all we can see. So I'm out here on the back, and you'll see in some of the other videos I make here today, the front part's got a lot of rubbish, which is pretty bad. It's in pretty bad condition. There's a lot of leftover, looks like mobile homes that have kind of been gutted out some, and you know, I'm fairly familiar with what it looks like when there's been people who've been on the drugs. And so, kind of looks like maybe they had a family member or something like that that was on the drugs. And they probably were out here, you know, whoever owns the land was probably feeling sorry for them and let them come out here and stay. And before you know it, they're hoarding. And they're bringing out trucks and buses and humongous steel tanks and all kinds of craziness. But yeah, this is the back part. But look how beautiful this view is back here. Holy moly, look at that view. We're up kind of high and it looks like kind of a valley behind us. And so this is a big sandy area. And, you know, we may do some RV at the front, and maybe we'll deal with somebody who's a frac sand miner. That seems real popular. Let's see if we can close that down. It's telling me I'm running low on battery, and I know I'm running low on battery. We're just making a quick film real quick. Let's see what we can get. So now we're starting to get into some of the section I was talking about that has a lot of the rubbish, and it's you know, it's pretty bad. It's a lot of what I'm familiar with from Ocean View. It's the same sort of situation as a cleanup type situation. The great thing is the RV park in the front could make an income while we're dealing with this trash in the back. So here's 3 boats and a washing machine and a sink and a cooler and it's like a swing set, and 4 boats actually. Not sure what that is, but it's a bunch of concrete. So I don't know if there was some structure here before or they brought some concrete out. I don't really know what that is. Maybe there was a boat dock here, because it looks like this is a dry little lake area. Swampy type lake. Let's cruise over there, see what we can see. So you can see there's still water right here. Looks like it's real shallow. Probably real dead. I don't smell nothing. Doesn't smell too bad, but you can hear all the grasshoppers and the locusts out here singing away. Let's see what it looks like on this side. Another boat, just kind of sitting out there. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, it smells pretty, a little bit rancid, a little stale. Not terrible though, actually, to tell you the truth, for how big of a wet area this is. I would expect it to smell a lot worse. All right, so let's look back at the road in front of me. We'll roll up the windows and let the air conditioner do its job. So now we're getting into some of the rubbish. I'll show you some of what's here. So this is all going to be part of the cleanup. We're going to have to come through here and clean all this up. Eventually, or stack it somewhere or something. Okay, so there's a sign here that did say RV park. Probably originally it said RV park, and somebody took down the sign, and now it's back here in the back of the property. This isn't really the back, it's kind of the front side part, but you can see there's a camper shell and 60 or 80 tires. That looks like it was an old water tank, an old steel tank. So that's just laying out here. Looks like part of it's rusted through on the other side. Oh, here's something interesting. About 10 dishes. I wonder if they were just snatching those off the houses, or maybe somebody worked for that company and had a bunch of them, or I don't know. It kind of smacks of the drug. So I'm guessing that's what it was. So what goes along with that drug is usually theft. Here's the mobile home I was talking about. I was actually kind of hoping from the Google pictures that it'd be something usable, but it actually looks completely non-usable. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's pretty bad shape. Looks like we might have to, okay, so here's a bed and what's that, a stove? That was probably from inside the mobile home. Just a bunch of leftover stuff. The windows are busted out. And even the frame on it's bent. It's been sitting out here, not put up correctly. And I don't know what that is. This looks like looks like a lot of scrap metal. If there's somebody who scraps, we could probably work with them and try to get some of this stuff scrapped, taken off to a metal scrap yard and sold off. So the person who takes it off would take the money for taking it away and getting it scrapped. They take the scrap money. Let's see what over here. Just more kind of trash and junk. I was kind of surprised by all this concrete. Well, here's a bunch of bikes. Maybe they went through a phase where they were stealing bikes. And you know, I'm assuming they were stealing, but you never know. Could have been some different story, but that's kind of the story I've heard a whole bunch of times. And here was a trailer that they made out of a couple pieces of fencing and part of a trailer. Kind of interesting. There's some 4x4s that they've got they made posts out of. And so this is the boundary of the property, and it looks like this was the kind of, okay, so that's a garage door used as a wall right there. That's pretty inventive. And then there is a pressure, what do you call it? Pressure tank for so yeah, that was a little, it looks like that was a little hovel, and it looks like the roof is a garage door. I don't know if that was a hangout spot for, and then there's another wall that's a garage door. Okay, wow, they're good with the garage doors. And so that looks like it was a truck at some sort, like a box truck maybe. It's gotten converted into some sort of a living situation probably. You can see they got power run into it. So they had a power box right there. Looks like somebody's come and, I can't tell if somebody stole it or they just moved. Looks like they got some solar panels on the roof. I can't tell if that's solar panels or not. They actually have power run to this great little spot. It might have just been a work, like a garage area. Kind of looks like it might have been a garage area where they would fix stuff up. And I don't know. Okay, now we're to the other side of the sand pit. Down in there. And right up here in the front is where the RV spaces are. So let's go look at where the RV spaces are. And we'll get back off of this wild road and into where it's nice good gravel. The gravel road's right up here at the front. are actually in fairly decent shape. One of the big challenges with the RV park section is that the RV slots are not level. So we would have to do some excavation work to make them level. Nobody wants to stay in an RV spot that's not level. That's just not even, people hate that. They complain about that. Right off the bat they would be complaining. So this looks like, well, there's an RV spot over here too. It looks like they were trying to expand, but they didn't do too much. Got one spot there. Looks like a little spot over there in the bushes. So we'll go this way. They come this way on the way coming in, so we'll just have to see. See if I can cut over right here to the other road, because that road right there doesn't look all that great. And it looks like I can just cut right over here to the other driveway. Get back onto the good level driveway. There's that building we were talking about. I hadn't checked it out yet. So we can go check that out together here in a minute. But before we do that, I'm going to show you the RV park. So that's an old style barn looking situation, I guess. Some kind of piece of equipment here, not sure what that is. I'll have to ask some of my equipment buddies what that thing is. I don't know what that is. Looks like something you hook up to something else. Anybody who wants to make comments in the comments section and tell me what that thing is, I'd be interested to find out. It's probably just a big piece of metal that we're gonna have to haul off. I doubt we get to keep the hay. It'd be nice if we could just keep the hay and then we just have a little bit of money right off the bat. We could just sell that down somewhere around here. Maybe we could pop it out to Robert Lee, some of the farmers I know out in that direction. Ranchers, in fact, not farmers. There's the sale sign. I guess they think somebody's gonna come inside of here and see that sale sign. I don't know who'd be driving back up in here. But, oh, this is, let me zoom in on that for you. Blood, Sweat, and Tears Boulevard. There it is. Okay. Yeah, they got a sense of humor out here. That's good. Let's go over and see the RV park. I'll get out and walk around a little bit, see what we can see. Okay. Ooh, careful now, careful now. No damage to the tires, please. No damage to the tires. So yeah, this is going to take a little bit of work as far as the roads. I thought the roads would be in better condition, but that all goes to kind of justifies how low of a price that they're asking for it. This right here is 20 spots. So you can see the pedestals are right there, but it's totally overgrown. Doesn't look like there ever was much gravel in the spots, and they were not kind of like leveled out correctly or anything like that. So this road, that'd be real hard for somebody to come and pull into this spot right here. I guess they would have to go all the way around and back into that spot right there. Let's see if I can, there you go. So they would have to go all the way around this circle. So as you can see right in front of me, there's a circle here. We'll go ahead and go around the circle, see how it looks. Doesn't look like there's any RV pedestals on this side. And it just looks like this circle is just to drive around to get you lined up to be able to back into your spot. So this would take quite a little bit more work than I thought, but the good thing is there's 20 spots already with the infrastructure, and I can't tell if the power boxes have been ripped off. Kind of looks like they have. Looks like that one, number one right there. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. Yeah, you can see that one looks like it's already been, the guts have already been taken out. And see, these are not level spots at all. They're not even close to level. Yeah, this one's been robbed. I wonder how many of them even have the hookups on the inside. You know. and go check it. Let's go see what we can see. Now, it's probably going to be bumpy because I'm going to be looking down in the feet to make sure I'm not stepping on any snakes here. I'd rather not step on a snake today. I have my phone in there. Oh no, don't tell me that. Alright, I gotta shut this off for a sec.